Good afternoon, Mr. Gonzalez. How are you today?
I'm good.
Good. My name is Kira Anderson, and I am a student at Texas Women's University in the Occupational Therapy program. Today, we're going to be working on a functional manual muscle test. Is that okay with you?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So what we do during a functional test is I just get an idea for what your strength looks like in different muscular areas, okay? So what I'm going to do is show you the movements that I need you to do, and then when you do them for me, I'm going to apply a little bit of a resistance to see what your hold feels like against those movements. Do you understand that?
I do.
Okay, good. Okay, so again, I'm a student in the occupational therapy program, so this is not a real test, okay? This is just practice for my work in my education, okay?
Okay.
All right, so the first movements we're going to start with Mr. Gonzalez are scapula movements, okay? And I want you to watch me because then I'm going to ask you to do those movements and I'm going to apply resistance. The first movements will look like this. We're going to do scapular elevation. Can you try these with me?
Okay.
And depression, scapular abduction, and scapular adduction.
Okay.
Okay, now I'm going to have you turn around so I can apply some resistance while you do these movements to see what your strength feels like. Okay, so Mr. Gonzalez, let me see you do scapular elevation. Good. Depression. Good.
Okay.
Abduction. Okay. And adduction. Okay, thank you. Turn around, please. The next movements we're going to do are shoulder movements. You're familiar with these from the range of motion work that we did in the previous week. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we're going to do shoulder flexion, shoulder extension, shoulder abduction, and shoulder adduction. We're going to do horizontal adduction and horizontal abduction. We're also going to do external rotation and internal rotation, okay? So I'm going to have you turn around again, okay? And the first movement I want you to do with both arms is shoulder flexion. Okay, good. And now I want you to do shoulder extension. Good, okay. I want you to do shoulder abduction. Can you bring them both up for me? Thank you. Okay, and adduction. Good, okay. I want you to do horizontal abduction. Good, and horizontal abduction. Good, okay. I want you to do external rotation and internal rotation. Okay, excellent. Okay, turn around for me. All right. The next one we're going to do is elbow flexion and extension, which looks like this, and extension. Good. You do not look like you have any hyperextension in your elbow. You just extend normally, which is great. So I want you to flex your elbow for me. I'm going to do one on each side for these. Good, okay. And put those down. And now we're going to do forearm supination and pronation, okay? So pronation looks like this. Supination looks like this. Very good, okay? So I want you to go ahead and we'll do one at a time. Let's hold your elbows at 90 degrees for this. Thank you. I want you to do pronation on this one. Good. And let's do one at a time. So move this back. Good. Now I want you to do pronation on that one. Good. Okay. Supination on this one. Good. Supination on this one. Good. Wow, you're strong, Mr. Gonzalez. Okay. We're also going to do our ulnar deviation, radial deviation, flexion, and extension of the wrist. Okay. So our flexion of the wrist looks like this. Extension, this. Ulnar deviation, radial deviation. Okay. So again, we're going to do these one at a time so I can test each one. Okay, so first I'm going to have you do wrist flexion. Thank you. Wrist flexion. Thank you. And we're going to do wrist extension. Thank you. Wrist extension. Thank you. Try that. Good. Okay. And now we're going to do ulnar deviation. Okay, so you're going to move that way, right? Thank you. Okay, radial deviation. Thank you. Can you deviate any more radially? Okay, good. Good, okay. Next we are going to do fingers, okay? We're gonna do flexion, extension, and we're gonna do abduction, adduction, okay, of your fingers, okay? So for flexion, yeah, what I'm going to do is, let's see, we're just doing fingers. We're gonna do your thumb next, okay? Yeah, that's exactly what I want you to do. Okay, very strong, good. And this one? Can you squeeze me a little harder? Very good, okay. And now what does extension look like of our fingers? They extend, there's not much extension, but they extend up a little bit. Yep, so you're just gonna go as far as you can, okay? Extend, good. Extend, good, okay. And we're gonna do abduction, okay? So that's bringing your fingers out, okay? Okay. Okay, and abduction is just bringing them back in. Very good. Now we're going to work towards the thumb. We're going to do flexion, extension, adduction, abduction, and opposition. Okay, so for thumb, I'm going to stabilize your hand here so our video can see it. Okay, extension is going to be pointing it up to the air. Yeah, okay, and let me see this one. Good, and let me see you flex your thumb. Good. And flex your thumb again. Good, okay. And we're going to do adduction and abduction of your thumb, okay? So I want you to move it out and in like this, okay? So ab, we're gonna be moving out. Go ahead, good. In, go ahead, okay. Ab, add. Good, okay, very nice. And we're gonna see I wanna see your thumb opposition. That's what it is, okay? So what you're going to do is oppose, and I'm going to try to push that thumb away. So let me see your opposition. Good. Okay, can you do it to each finger for me? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And this one? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And last one. Good. Okay, very nice. Mr. Gonzalez, all of your strength for all of those muscle groups that I tested for your upper extremities seems to be within functional limits. Within functional limits means that you have enough strength to be doing your normal everyday activities. There should be no problems and no issues, so there's no concern. Do you have any questions?
I do not.
Okay, thank you very much.